Yeah, well, these chemicals impact all of us, but studies have shown in particular that firefighters are more at risk for cancers because of what they're exposed to every day on the job when they respond to your calls for help. So smoke, other hazardous materials as well. So let's talk a little bit about this new study and what we're just learning right now. We're talking about chemicals known as PFAS. As part of the new study, researchers measured certain PFAS levels in firefighters' blood. I spoke to one of the researchers at the University of Arizona who says the big lesson here is certain types of PFAS exposure seem to change the expression in our genes, increasing the risk for health problems like cancer and other autoimmune disorders. So what are they? Why are they used? And when do you come in contact with them?
PFAS are really commonly used industrial chemicals because they have this property where they can repel both oil and water. And so that's very useful for firefighters because they work with lots of oil and water. But it's also really useful in commercial applications.
Use every day, like non-stick pans, stain-resistant furniture, even fast food packaging. Try to avoid if you can and make sure you still, of course, get a good water filter. Still, though, the professor says while they are cause for concern, she says it shouldn't be something that causes you a lot of anxiety. Focus on healthy habits like a good diet and exercise so you can avoid diseases like cancer and other issues as well. So why does this new study matter? What do they hope to do with the results? Well, the researcher I spoke to hopes that manufacturers will consider this research and consider what they put into certain products. And also she hopes that regulators will then target certain PFAS that have shown to be more harmful than others. So Tess and Colton, there has been so much research when it comes to firefighters and cancer rates in particular, and there is a lot of promising news. She tells me that a lot of departments like the Phoenix Fire Department and those across the state have made a lot of efforts to try to prevent exposure to a lot of these chemicals, and there's a study going on right now to look at some of the best practices to prevent that exposure again in the future.
There are definitely there's definitely more work that's being done to protect our firefighters for sure from chemicals. Thank you so much, Whitney, for that.